What's going on, guys? WhiteFox1225 here, and today I'm talking about Pyre. It's an upcoming action RPG made by Supergiant. They've made some RPGs in the past, but this one's a lot different, and that's why I wanted to cover it today. It's a mix of a sports game and an RPG, and personally I've never heard of anything like that. So today in this video we're just going to be telling you guys everything you need to know, and just everything about the game in general as always. Let's start off with the story first. You play as a group of exiles who are bound to wander in mystical purgatory forever until you get a chance to cleanse your soul and return to the world by competing in these competitions against other people and ultimately trying to, again, go back to society and leave this purgatory that you're stuck in. And that's where the gameplay comes in, and that's what's really cool about this game. It plays a lot like a sports game, and honestly it looks a lot like basketball. When you're playing, each team has about 3 people, and each team has their own pyre, which is kind of like a fire on their side of the court. And you have to get this orb into the other team's pyre a couple times in order to defeat them. Like I said, it looks a lot like basketball. You can see the gameplay on the screen. And you have to do that by passing the ball, by dashing, doing jumps, attacking the enemy team, throwing the ball, and just in general outmaneuvering the other team. You move kind of slowly, so there's a lot of strategy involved. Even though it is kind of quick paced in a way, you have to make quick decisions. You are a little slowed down, so it's not like a classic basketball game where you're just running. You have to think and use a lot of strategy. And on top of that, each character will have their own set of skills. Some will be faster but easily defeated. Some will be bigger and do a lot of damage but move slowly. So you have to use, strategy, like I said, in order to think about what your character is good for and how to score against the other team. On top of that, this game is an RPG. It has a lot of deep role playing in it. You're going to have a dialogue system, so you can choose what to say to characters, and your relationship with those characters is actually really important. You'll have to manage resources for your group. You'll have to make decisions, all of that. So it is, definitely an RPG at its heart, and has a lot of storytelling. It's not just about the gameplay. Even though the gameplay is different than most RPGs, it's still a classical RPG in a sense. Also, there will be a system where you can get experience for characters and unlock skills and increase their abilities and make them stronger. So like I said, it really is an RPG at its heart. I'm really hoping the game will have some sort of competitive multiplayer. Just by looking at the gameplay, you can tell it would work really great with multiplayer. And the developers did say they're looking very closely at the idea, but they're not completely sure if they want to put multiplayer in. They said a bad multiplayer is better or is worse than no multiplayer. I personally would definitely really want this game to have a multiplayer, just because I think it would add a whole nother level. It doesn't have to be integrated into the story. The storyline could be completely solo, but if there was a separate multiplayer mode, I think it would open the game to a lot of other people who kind of like that esport feel and would really just go to the game. Maybe people who would never buy it if it was just single player, but if they add that multiplayer, I think they open it up to a huge audience, and I think it would do really well, to be honest. I'm pretty excited for the game. I'm not sure how I feel about the art style. That's my only complaint. I don't love some of the character models, but maybe they'll change them or I'll just have to get used to them. That's just one thing I'm not a huge fan of. But the game is coming out sometime next year in 2017 for PC and for PS4, and that's going to be a simultaneous launch. So whenever it comes out, we'll come out at the same time. Hopefully you guys learned something today. If you guys have any comments, leave them down below. If you liked the video, give it a like. If you guys want to see more, as always, hit that subscribe button. I'm always covering upcoming RPGs, MMOs, and all stuff like that. So make sure you guys stay tuned if you want to see that. Thanks as always for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.